Greetings.
Good morning.
This is episode 25 of Art, Beauty, Equilibrium.
Good morning, y'all.
25.
Make sure you guys please subscribe. It is very free.
Super free.
Like and share.
Thank you.
That's right.
Help us get
Yes.
to 3,000 subscribers by next week.
Yes.
Please.
Get on
Yes.
board. Get on board.
So today we are talking about Kanye West. Is he going to split these votes, y'all? Because he is definitely rallying
Will
for
he? Is he?
him and his birthday. What is it?
Birthday party, yep.
Yes.
You know, he's running,
Independent
y'all.
birthday party.
I'm talking about August Alsina and his
Starting to profit off of that.
yeah,
Making his bread.
he profiting off of this entanglement. He even got a
Right.
song. I ain't giving front. It
What else we got?
was pretty cool.
Got
With
the
Rick Ross.
entanglement. We got Kanye.
We got a couple more things.
We got some overtime stuff.
Yeah.
If we
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we starting right there?
So
Yes,
let's just jump right
Let's get
in.
into it. Oh, this is it. All right.
2020, never a dull moment. You know what I mean?
And he gonna be coming out like this on
First
y'all
of all,
niggas.
he had a rally.
All right.
Somebody get him. Somebody
Bro.
get your boy.
Bro.
That's enough.
Hey,
Your
man,
boy.
I'm gonna have to turn your
Somebody
mic
get
off.
your boy.
Mute him.
Eerie, as we get more.
Yeah.
See? If that's all it takes, then we're in trouble.
Let me in
Yeah,
trouble.
see,
We're in
you
trouble.
gonna be the
That's
reason
all
why
it takes. We're in
Kanye's the
trouble.
president.
Y'all gonna, hey,
Right.
So I didn't watch the whole thing, y'all, but you know, once he got to the Harriet Tubman talking about she didn't do nothing for the slaves, I mean,
that was pretty bad.
I would love for him to, you know, elaborate on what he's talking about
Right.
because I will go work for some white folks before being a slave to a white folk any day. You know,
I think. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch the whole thing.
So the first thing when I watched it was that it did not feel, look, sound anything like a presidential rally.
Right.
It looked like
At
a
all.
concert.
It almost looked like a one of those smack URL battles.
Smrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr
had on let me show you this picture. He had on what appeared to be like a bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
That said security. And he had the dope haircut with the 2020 carved in there. Mm-hmm. You know, and
Who cut that nigga hair?
I didn't.
yeah, you know, and it just didn't have the feel or look of it, but nothing he does, you know, is normal. So
One thing I'm kind of curious is everybody always, because of the internet now and all the propaganda, people be shooting out facts all over the place. Like, and we label everything a fact. And it's a lot of people that's saying
people shooting their opinions.
or opinions as facts, but we have a lot of information that's just out here. That's not what he said. That's not the first time I've heard that.
right,
You know what I mean? I've heard other people say similar things. I don't know if it's true or not. I would just like to start getting to the bottom of truth, because it seems to me that we live in a information era now where this internet is just shooting out billions of opinions and nobody know what truth is anymore. So how do we know if he is lying?
I mean,
You know what I mean?
I mean, I think that Harriet Tubman was a agent of change. You know what I mean? And nobody was there. I wasn't there.
But
You
who-
weren't there, or whatever. But at the end of the day, we knew that we know right now and today in 2020 that she basically helped in some way in regards to helping people get to
But who
something
told
else that
us
they weren't.
story,
You know what I
though?
mean?
But who told us that?
About Harriet Tubman?
Yeah, we
Right.
learned that where? In school, right? Which people are starting to question that history and everything. So it's like, I don't even know what to believe. You feel me? Like,
Right.
You know,
I think the statement that he was making, if I just was assuming, is that right now we still are facing a lot of obstacles when it comes to freedom. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we can't even go outside, you know what I mean, if we want to, without a mask. And, you know, I think that some people would say that there's still some forms of oppression that we are up against, but it's not slavery. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I think, once again, I think the problem is we are entering a weird time where everything is promoted the same exact way, whether it's a
Right.
movie or a rap album or, you know, a presidential candidate. It's like, I'm going to say some shocking things that are going to get people around the world to pay attention. Because to be honest, if you look at all the articles that covered the rally, that's like in all the headlines, the Harriet
Right.
Tubman comment.
Right.
Because that's very offensive.
And the one about his baby.
Right.
And how
Him
the
crying.
Kardashian
Oh, yeah.
family now are, you know, I don't know if you guys heard about that, but now they're all embarrassed and everything. And
Exactly. So I
Different.
think even if it's a way to say things, like even if you're saying, look,
I was just go
yeah,
ahead.
even if you're
I
saying like,
definitely
okay,
agree.
Harriet Tubman freed us from this form of slavery, and then I feel like in some ways we are still
Right.
slave. That's another way to word it, but just to flat out say
we still
you didn't free nobody.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's sometimes, you know, levels to freedom, you know.
Yeah.
Did things get better for
hell
black
yeah.
people?
Yeah, and that's my
Absolutely.
thing. It's like
But you want to highlight and jump to the go ahead, G.
I want to ask him some questions like, you know, where's your proof? How do you know that she
That's what I
didn't
wanna
help?
know.
You know, it's like, you know, anybody being, you know, freed from or rescued from a place where they can't go anywhere and getting beat.
Yeah.
I'll
It doesn't add
I'll
up.
go work and clean toilets for a white person any day before I have to deal with that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You know,
Facts.
You know.
And by him saying that, I could understand how some people would be very upset. It's an insensitive comment. You know, it's like, oh,
Pissed off.
yeah, like, do you know what it's like to get hung? See, we worried about
No.
gangbangers and shit coming up. We didn't know what it was like. Worried about, nigga, I could be hanging at any given time from a tree. Like, that's a
if
whole different.
if I don't do a master told me,
Man,
you know, come
that's
on, bro.
nigga. That's
And I think
Traumatizing.
I think that's the whole point. Because if you watched it right after he said that, he kind of felt the energy shift, and he went right into explaining what he meant after the fact.
yeah.
And it's like you could lead with that, man. Because right after that, he said, "No African Americans own the NBA. You know, no African Americans own any large stake in Universal. You know, but yet NBA is predominantly, and yet you have all these artists on Universal that are. I get that point, but that's a whole nother zip code from you didn't free nobody.
Right.
Let me chime
right.
in right quick. And this is something that banks off the idea of my boy Ty Brown. He hit me on IG. He said, I think the dude just needs an interpreter. So I kind of agree. It's like, because, you know, most people, you know, when they have, you know, when they're doing speeches or something, they have people help them,
Yeah.
you know, with, you know, their speech or what they're going to say,
Yeah.
so they don't look like idiots.
Right. I think had he maybe came out and just said, you know, Harriet Tubman did make things better but we still were not essentially freed. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to work
But that
towards,
wouldn't have
you
went
know?
around the world like that though.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the evil genius of, I know if I say this is gonna go around the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
This gonna beat me home.
Y'all wasn't free.
That's why we talking about it.
Y'all
But
ain't
see,
free.
now we're talking about, is what he's doing, is it clickbait?
Yes.
Or is it a
Of
publicity
course.
stunt? You know what I mean? Because at the
Of
end of the
course.
day, this is something that's serious. We cannot
Be messing
play-
around. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Especially in 2020 politics. You know what I mean?
I just
It's bad enough that people already feel like they're basically compressed into two candidates only to begin
Right.
with. You know what I mean? And now you have somebody who is basically like almost like toying with
Right.
the candidacy and trolling us, you know.
Right. Right.
And we don't know if it's for real or not, you know.
But that's what I'm saying is like the climate is set for anybody to run with the same formula that Donald Trump used, with the same formula that Kanye West is using, or
Well,
anybody.
they have so many
It's just
similarities.
clickbait. Yeah.
He's tweet ranting. Donald
Yeah.
Trump tweet
But that's
rants.
a
You know what I
greater,
mean?
but that's also a greater reflection of society.
Exactly,
Which is
that's what I'm
sad.
saying.
Because
Exactly, I
humans,
agree.
we don't change. We fall for the same okey doke every time, and it's
Like,
time to stop
and-
that shit.
And the thing that I think that a lot of people are discounting is the youth, because like if you young and you connect with somebody and you see somebody like overcome all these obstacles, and then on top of that he's saying that, you know, hey, I'm a Christian, I have faith in God, God has blessed me with X, Y, and Z. that can resonate with some people. So I think that's where it's concerning to a lot of, individuals that's looking at this and they're saying, wow, you getting traction with this? Mm-hmm. But Donald Trump did the same thing.
Yep.
They laughed at him out the building when he first started. It was like, man, no way are you going to win, putting this rhetoric out here and being divisive. And he's the president. But you got to
remember, it's all energy too. And it's a large amount of people out there that want to vote for Kanye, I'm sure, just because. Just on some funny shit.
Well, I feel like this. He has to basically take this and turn it around if, he's even serious or whatever, just to even show a little, you know what I mean?
I'm not taking any of them serious.
I mean,
it is. It's going to be a president.
I'm not taking.
There's going to be a president.
Like, what's your policy? Release some kind of campaign info. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then at the end of the day, you're toying with the idea of like maybe dropping an album. You know what I mean? So it's like people are like, okay, so is this for the album or exactly?
He's gonna be fired.
He got shoes coming out. He got
exactly.
So it's just
at the end of the day, like he did the rally in South Carolina, but then he missed the deadline. You know what I mean? So why would you miss the deadline for somebody? I mean, for somewhere that you even gave a rally at. You know?
He said
that don't make no sense.
He said it clearly though. Somebody, basically in the middle of it, the energy was all weird. Like if you watch it was a point where he pretty much said, "I don't give a fuck if I win. Like I don't care if I win this." And everybody was like, "Okay, well then what are we doing then?" If you don't care, then what are you doing? And that's why he said something which is the topic. He said the most racist thing I've heard is that I might split the black vote. And it's like, well, if you don't care and you can be a magnet for a lot of people and it can be just a distraction. So I'm just looking at forward to see like.
So this can be detrimental.
What are you doing? Yeah. Because then after that.
Especially if you deliberately saying I could split the black
right. So
vote.
now it's like, okay, so are you like super selfish? Everybody's saying that he's a narcissist. It's like at the end of the day, like you're showing basically like maybe that's like a telltale sign. I don't know. He
is undoubtedly like a genius in what he does, and I think that nothing he's done up to this point has been done the conventional way. Right. But at this point, the rally is one thing, right? Then when he got off stage and he started to get the feedback, and then what he did on Twitter, that was a little concerning because I was like, man, that kind of reminds me of some family members,
Yeah.
And that's like, let me.
Sean
What's up?
Says, being a distraction, a vote for him is a vote for Trump.
There you go. A lot of people feel that way.
What do you guys think about that?
A lot of people feel that way because he's not going to win. That's
he's
impossible.
Not going to win, but
that's what they said about Trump too.
Yeah, I just want to remind you guys that we are not experts
at all.
Yeah, these are just our opinions.
These are our opinions.
Yeah,
just we don't
fact.
We
don't fact check.
So guess what?
We jump to conclusions. This is live.
Yeah. This is all live. We shoot from the hip.
Yeah,
I'm getting on my IG,
like, share,
y'all.
subscribe.
Just opinions.
My homegirl says he's mentally ill.
Yeah, that's
shout out to
Let's talk about the mental health.
Here we go.
Issue.
He's manic.
Right.
Another friend.
What up, Damon?
That he's having a bipolar maniac episode.
See.
Okay.
Well, what?
See, but my thing is this: is there
Damon,
something?
He is a maniac. Well,
do you have to have an evaluation at some point as a presidential candidate?
But what did he really do that was bipolar?
Well,
I mean, he seemed turned up the whole time.
He's been this whole.
We know.
I think isn't bipolar when it's like up and down. This nigga always seem on.
But can we see? I mean, can we throw that word around like that?
No,
so easily?
we don't know.
I mean? Because we're so quick to say, okay, mental health when it comes to that. But my thing is this:
how do we really know?
How does he take responsibility for doing something that's messed up or saying something that you just maybe shouldn't have said that? You know what I mean? It's easy.
No, I get it.
Sometimes it's kind of throw that around and say, okay,
Kanye,
mental health.
Listen, I'm gonna say this: you're absolutely right, and you're right. It feels like to me when he's saying some cool shit that everybody's feeling, they ignore the fact that he's crazy. When he say something you don't agree with, then they're like, man, this nigga bipolar, man. So it's like when he got up there and say so and so don't like, black people.
So when somebody who's mentally ill, whatever, like anytime they say something that's like kind of like contrary, you just chalk it up to their mental illness.
That's a dangerous ground. You can't say that because
you know what I mean?
If that's the case, we
question.
all
Any
have
mental
moments
health
where
professionals, let me know. I want to know. Like you can't just say, okay, yeah, you out of pocket.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my question. You know.
Yeah.
Anybody.
You don't have all the answers, Sway.
That is funny.
Says, good morning,
Wayne,
folks.
Wayne Boogie.
Kanye on that powder.
Wayne Boogie, yeah.
Right.
What up, Wayne?
Hey, what up? Hey, there go my boy. He on that powder.
What up, Clint? Kanye been crazy as okay.
Yeah.
See, and that's what I'm saying. He been doing this.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Remember he said, I'm on TV talking like it's just you and me.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So bipolar, I would think your behavior got to be inconsistent. This nigga been tripping now for a cool minute.
Well, he's been bipolar. You know what I mean? Just because he
No,
was
but,
like,
but I thought bipolar is a back and forth.
Okay, see, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. I
Yeah.
respect that because if you have actual mental health issues and it's going undetected, unnoticed to this point in a presidential race, that might be an issue moving forward. You might need to say, okay, look, before you can run for president, we need to see if this
Run that evaluation.
Yeah, and
I think we need to get a psychologist or something on here.
yeah, because I don't.
Exactly.
Because,
There we go. We need to bring one on the show.
so they can give their opinion about,
yeah, because
Right.
I don't know.
situation.
I just know that that was unlike any rally I've
Oh,
ever
wait a
seen.
minute. Shit, we do. Hey, hey, hold on. Time out. Thank you, doctor. Yes, you are. I am so sorry. So, hold on. I'm trying to read it. I went to school with this young lady. She says, I am a psychologist unless he is a danger to himself or to others or unable to care for him, food or shelter and clothing, there's nothing we can do.
Nothing you can do.
wow.
Okay.
That is the reality
Thank
of
you.
mental health. When it comes to
Right.
what you can do,
Yeah.
unless you harming yourself or others.
That is from Dr.
that's-
Carisha.
Right. So you can be thank you so much for that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank
for that input.
Thank you. I really appreciate
Right.
that. She came in right on time.
Right on
Exactly.
time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow,
so you
yeah.
can say some obscene things and
Yeah.
just,
See? And that's how a lot of
what can
people
we
feel
do?
too. What Wayne said, he about as fit as Donald Trump is, so why not?
and that's what a lot of
Hey.
people say. That's exactly
See?
what a lot of people
And
say.
that's what you was saying on the first episode. we
Yeah,
covered
thank
this.
you, Wayne.
But all right, let's switch topics.
Every time the food
We're gonna
skin
switch
get a little
topics,
darker.
y'all.
All right.
No.
Let's shut this down now.
We're going to talk about this August Alsina's exploitment to this entanglement.
Right.
Give me your opinions. How do y'all feel?
I'm not
because-
surprised.
Because that song, I ain't going to front. I was like,
I feel like they are
That's
all.
the
wait,
artwork
wait.
right there.
when I heard it, when I first heard it, I'm like, oh, here comes the bullshit, right?
Right.
Excuse me. Here comes the bull jive, right? But then when I heard the song, I was like, well, Rick Ross said it's kind of dope.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Didn't they say they was helping his career?
This
Hey.
is helping.
Well, my thing is
They
this.
helping it.
Would you rather exploit your own self and your own brand or have somebody exploit it?
I think
know,
this
let me
was
do it myself.
all-
Yeah, so he's exploiting his own self.
Let me
you know?
let me mess myself up. Yeah.
He made a statement. He has a brand. He has a documentary coming out.
Yeah.
There's a
Yes, I
documentary.
checked it out. He's selling T-shirts that says "Entanglement and Chill." So it's like he's basically
You know what,
pushing
though?
it to the-
Hey,
You know what got lost in this
Tim
whole
Howard,
ordeal?
you know?
I think people forgot. We were talking about this. People forget that he is very talented. Like in
Right.
all of this
Yeah,
ordeal,
exactly.
they minimize his actual talent. He can
Right.
sing his ass off. He's talented. He's creative. So you get a bunch of people together that's super talented and creative, and they on quarantine, and they you might come up with some creative
Hey, I'm
you know,
telling you,
situation.
Because think about it, it might have helped all of them out.
Well,
I mean, Will don't look like he tripping. I mean, this is old anyway. Why
I
not
mean,
bring it
but-
back
Let
up?
that man get his bag. I feel you, Wayne. Yep.
let him get his bag.
But the song is
But
actually
Wayne,
a
not
nice
that
song.
way though, bro. But I feel you. Hey, if it's about money and this is the way you got to do it, hey,
You know what was dope though is that you listen to the song, and I was thinking like even if we didn't know all the stuff that happened, that's still a solid song.
Yeah.
Like
It got Rick Ross on it. It's
Yeah.
hard.
I didn't give it a chance, man. I put it on. I was like, man, I can't do it.
You can't do it, huh?
I just can't. It's
I
too
bumped
much.
it, man.
It seemed too planned out to me.
You know why though? Because ain't nobody really tripping amongst themselves. It's not like they throwing him under the bus or he's throwing them under the bus. It's all love from what it sounds like. So if they cool with it, how we not gonna be cool with it?
Exactly.
That's their business, you know?
Damon said
What Damon said?
conspiracy theory. They all
They're
on it.
in on it. Hey,
Yeah, I feel you.
I feel you.
But he really got a entanglement and chill T-shirt.
Yes.
Oh wow, I gotta
Yes.
see
Hey,
that.
you
Yeah.
gonna
I might
get
buy
one
that.
out. See?
You go get
And entanglement and chill. Could somebody bring that? I want to see that. That is hilarious.
Yep. You know what
Entanglement
it
and
is.
chill T-shirt.
Man, that word is everywhere.
Yep.
I mean, at the end of the day, we
Entanglement.
are talking about it.
That's the word of
know
the
what I mean?
year.
Continuously,
talking about
people
it.
are talking about it. People are clicking on it. This is like the main thing that people are, that's in the news or whatever. And we always talk about this, but it's like distractions.
That's the
Every-
word of
every
the
time you
year.
turn on
This is
your
what it
phone,
is.
Everything.
We are mainly talking about distractions, y'all.
Yeah.
Even though we talking about the entanglement and kind, this is all distractions.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, but because this song will be on the radio soon.
Right.
It will be. It will
know.
be. But
Goodness.
Like how many days until December? I mean November.
Remember,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then like,
We got, like, 4
at
more
the end of the
months?
day, right.
it's not that long before they
Exactly.
announce who's the next president.
And then the
Right.
killers of
And we
Breonna
trip-
Taylor haven't
Yes.
been arrested.
And,
You know what
and
I
I'm
mean?
glad you
Yeah.
brought that up. That leads me to this. Remember we were talking about the comments that Meg Thee Stallion made. She says black women
yes.
are unprotected.
Unprotected.
And the reason she said that, she got shot recently, and
An ass and foot to foot.
foot.
Oh my God.
And look,
Yeah,
50 Cent posted this. It was the Ricky, right?
Hey,
And
50,
50 Cent is a harsh man. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
50 has no
Run,
chill,
Ricky,
bro.
run, right?
But see, if that was you,
Yeah,
if that was
that's
me,
not cool.
I mean, I know Meg does not think that that's like a laughing matter.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
I
that's
feel
what she said.
Black women are so protected, and we hold so many things in to protect the feelings in others without considering our own. It might be funny to y'all on the internet and just another messy topic for you to talk about, but this is my real life, and I'm real life hurt and traumatized.
And I respect that.
I respect
Right.
that.
And I think that,
But honestly, I think that black women do feel unprotected and unsupported at times. You know what I mean?
Right.
And as a black woman, I can say that I feel because
I have heard that.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
At the
And,
same
I mean,
time, like but if we want to raise better black women, then she could do her. I'm not saying what she did wasn't bad. I feel very bad for her, but what about the music we putting out that our little black girls is growing up listening to though too? That has a lot to do with.
that's on everybody, though.
Yeah,
Because
I'm-
men
That's on
have
everybody.
been putting out hypersexualized, violent
Very.
music for
Right.
centuries.
and nobody judges them because of their
Oh, we
gender or
should.
what we.
Yeah.
I know, but you can't. I don't think that it's the proper time to say that about Megan or whatever and what she's doing in regards to her getting shot because
Yeah.
I feel like people have been doing that for years. Art and entertainment is art and entertainment. You know what I
Right,
mean?
I agree.
If people are like going off of stigmatisms and stereotypes, then you can't really basically say that somebody can or can't do something. You know what I mean?
Oh,
If
no, I
these
ain't
things
saying
sell,
that.
and you know that people have been doing these things for years or whatever, and nobody's really listening to no laid back. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, no song that's like not really like jumping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like she's doing her job as an artist. And basically putting her art form out. And it's like, once again, why do women have the stigma of like having to not, basically like,
Right.
to dress a
morning,
certain
Stephen.
way, you
No,
know what I
no,
mean?
no.
To not,
Oh,
be
man.
ladylike and all this kind of stuff, whatever. But anyway,
Good
that's
morning,
beside
Stephen.
topic. Yeah.
You-
Good morning.
What's up, Steve?
Yeah.
But I feel you, and I think also that's a good point, but it's two separate points. Like one point is, why is our music so negative? Why do we feel the need to
No, that's what
dance
she's
and
doing
groove?
is I just feel what's going on with her that's sad. Don't nobody need to be getting shot. That's bad. But I feel like when it comes to our youth, our children, and everything that we always continue to talk about protecting and how this needs to be this and that, it seems like we really only pick and choose when that's the message we're trying to get out there. Like when it comes to the other things that manipulate your brain and has a lot to do with your safety. You know what I'm saying? A lot
but we should have the freedom to express ourselves in any way we see fit at that time. That's what art is. It's just self-expression.
He says what he says.
Yeah.
And I mean, most of
That has nothing to do.
But,
that has nothing to do with the anticipated clapback for some injustice of any kind. Like you said, the people that killed Breonna Taylor are still, they're free, and it's not really an uproar as much as it would be probably if it was a man. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is something there, man. I think that people don't feel the same amount of compassion for a black woman when something happens, and that's something that we got to figure out. Like, why do we react that way?
I think a lot of the times we react that way because of the way the music industry as a whole comes together and puts the black woman in how that image is portrayed.
Well, let me say
by the works of.
Let me say this.
It's too much to explain,
it's what they allow.
It's a full circle, though. It's what I'm saying.
But even with the music industry, they're gonna only sell what they feel is gonna make money. Right. So
yeah, that's sad.
Mostly, the music industry is not gonna, make songs about protecting black women. We do need to protect our black women, hands down. We need to show our black women more appreciation, more love. But that don't sound sexy on the radio.
No, I get it, and that's fine.
And that's the messed up part, because it should sound good. It should bring the masses as far as bringing us together and stuff.
But it don't.
But on the radio, no. You're not going to want to hear that.
I just feel like the same things that, like, we want our young black women protected. We want our young black men protected, right? Everybody talks about our youth, not realizing that the music we make influences our kids, which makes them act a certain way, which will make their safety a problem. If your music is promoting violence or being half naked half the time,
nah, I disagree.
Or I feel like
that's
I disagree.
Debatable.
I hear what you're
that's
saying,
debatable,
but
because if we go
our
to,
music is
to
powerful.
rock music,
No, it is, but
it's
I
just
just
like systematic dysfunction. You know
yeah,
what
it's
I mean?
just all.
And at the end of the day, people attribute, stuff to rap music just like they attribute stuff to video games, right? But I don't see a lot of people attributing stuff to like country music or rock music or punk music or whatever, where people are talking about violence and drugs and everything that we're talking about all day. You know what I mean? It's like an art form. So I don't like that. I don't like that people say, okay, yeah, because you can label something that's like black music,
I feel you,
hip hop, rap, and R&B or whatever. That's dysfunctional. We're dysfunctional as a whole because of something that has been happening to us like through the years, generationally. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
Facts.
I mean, on top of that,
Entertainment in general.
Sean does a great point too. How
Yes,
you can't. I'm gonna bring that back up so you can see it.
What'd she say?
we have our own brains. You can't base how you treat people based on what you heard.
Yeah, you shouldn't and you can't, but that doesn't change the fact that that is what's going on,
but
though.
one thing it's entertainment.
Entertainment
and what what you hear on the radio versus the structure you have in your household is two different things. The household needs to be protected.
Right.
Sure enough,
it is powerful.
You can't protect.
No,
It is powerful, but I agree with you. It's a difference between you go see the Terminator in the movie theater. You're not gonna come out and
talking about
try, I need to shoot up people and do all this. So why is every other group of people protected more and they still listen to the same music?
Right, exactly.
Everybody's listening to. Now I do agree we need to address that.
That's just like how the media, it's always they want to emphasize black on black crime. And it was this one officer, I think he's on YouTube. He's like, I get tired of people always asking me, like, what's wrong with what's up with black on black crime? No, it's just crime because
crime is crime.
It's just white on white crime, Asian crime, everything.
We need to stop, focusing in on what our society or our community is doing, because everybody's community is doing something different,
right?
And it's not conducive to being positive to their own community.
Right, and respect each other as humans. If you respect our human rights, then we wouldn't have to have this conversation. At the end of the day, people do crimes, and guess what? Even if they commit a crime, they shouldn't be shot and killed or strangled or whatever for their crime. Even if they did commit a crime, at the end of the day, when we're talking about police brutality and all these issues or whatever, that doesn't mean that you kill somebody because they did something, looked like something, or sung something. You know what I mean?
But to go back to what y'all was, that was it, huh? Was 50 wrong though?
For that.
50's 50. The 50's just like Kanye.
People gonna say, just like they said, haters gonna hate. So it's like at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
First of all, 50 been trolling before trolling was a word.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
He's
that's just what 50 does. You know what I mean?
But as far as her thought process and her feelings, I can really agree with that. But okay.
For sure, y'all.
Thanks, y'all. Make sure
have a
you
great
guys
That
day.
was episode
subscribe.
25. Thank you.
Peace.
Subscribe, like, and share, y'all. It's been real.
Exactly.
See you guys next week. Thank you so much.